Pastrana stalls the bike there at the starting gate. Gets it started just in time as we await the drop of the gate. Can Travis Pastrana pick up more points than number 26? Can 26 hold on to the points lead? After this moto, only one race remains.
Well, it looked like Ron Cotta had a little bit of an edge coming out of the starting line, but Travis left it on into the corner, had the inside. So I think in his mind, as long as he's ahead of Ron Cotta, things are good. Justin
Buckaloo getting the whole shot honors. And it looked like Nathan Ramsey right behind him on the Split Fire Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Travis Pastrana in third. Ron Cotta better start this time, David.
Looks like he's inside the top 5, and he's able to see Travis Pastrana, something different than the first moto, to beat him in this moto to make things easier next week.
He's got to be feeling the pressure right now, though, David, especially after that first moto.
Well, here's what's so hard, too, Art, is when you start to get nervous and you know you're behind the 8 ball a little bit. He didn't get off to the starting line and beat Travis off the line, so he's got all the pressure, and it's harder to ride like that when you're competing against a kid like Travis who's just having so much fun.
Great action on our second 125 moto. There's Nathan Ramsey, and Pastrana gets by Ramsey right there at the corner. Number 26, Stefan Roncada. He's the next test for Nathan. Bar to bar we go. Roncada trying to stay up with Travis Pastrana. Makes the move inside. And maybe we're going to see a one-on-one shootout here pretty soon. Justin Buckaloo is still our leader, but here goes Travis Pastrana. Great speed, and then he's got the off-camber.
Boy, a carbon copy of the first moto. He loves that downhill. Just attacking these guys early in the race. That's how you catch people off guard. They're still trying to figure out the track. What's changed since the last moto, and a lot, by the way. It's a lot rougher. The lines are different. And Travis is attacking it. Everything's working out right. He squares that corner, hits all the smooth lines. Look at this right here. Wheelies the big bump. Doesn't get as much a wheel hop that time. Gets just by in front of Buckaloo. Controls the inside. He can go as slow as he wants right there. He's still got the lead.
Buckaloo having to be polite because he had to step on the brakes a little bit.
He's going to be real polite with Roncada back there now.
Stefan Roncada in third.
Yeah, there it is. He looks over and guarantee you this is not going to be a fight. Roncada needs to get right by and challenge Pastrana.
Pastrana with a win if Roncada finishes in second would still gain 3 more points on Roncada going into the final event, the final 2 motos of the year.
I mean, take a look at all the teammates that Roncada has out there. I mean, we keep getting these guys mixed up. Number 26, 28, 29, about the same build, the same gear, bikes. He's got all that help. Travis has nobody.
Travis in good position, though, for not having anybody out there.
Well, he just keeps getting the starts, doing what he has to do. I mean, you make your own luck out there in a lot of ways, I believe, and Travis is doing just that by getting the starts he needs, getting ahead of his competition, and letting all those crashes and weird things that go on in motocross happen back there behind him.
If they were to finish this moto in exactly the same position, Pastrana in first and Roncada in second, Roncada would go into the final race of the year with a mere 6-point lead.
I can't remember since Budds Creek, these guys really getting together. That time, Roncada was the guy that won the race.
The stage is set for a great 125 moto. We'll be right back. While we are away, take a look at this. Travis Pastrana. Boy, he almost popped the farm, but he looks under control all the time.
Even out of control, he looks in control. Look how close that was. Watch him kick this rock back out of the way with his front wheel. Damn, a big, softball-sized rock right there. And I guarantee you Phil Alderton and Eric Kehoe right now of Yamaha of Troy are going, oh, wait a minute. Let me see the rules. And what Travis did there was no problem. He didn't pick up a position. He didn't impede anyone's progress. He just made a great save.
So Roncada, though, gets closer and closer to first place as we see his teammates Ernesto Fonseca and Casey Johnson going at it against each other. Johnson, number 29. Fonseca, number 28. Buckaloo, number 158.
Going back to Eric Kehoe and Phil Alderton, you know they're just hoping, man, if a couple of these guys can get in there and mess with Pastrana, it would sure help. They've got so many riders out there in good position, but they just can't get up there and battle with him.
For the top 5, from Yamaha of Troy. There's Sellards 18. In the split fire guys. Ramsey and Volan, number 711.
Not a good start for Volan. He's just soaking up all those rocks, all the roost. In the course of the day, you see more rocks starting to come up. Those hurt. I mean, we're sitting here going, yeah, it looks like it might hurt a little bit. No, when you're out there, it really hurts. You get hit in the top of the helmet and your head rings a little bit. I've seen guys come in with broken visors. The lens comes out of the goggles.
Well, the 1 year at Unadilla, too, Mike Kudrowski broke a bone in the back of his hand. Took him right out of the season, effectively, anyway.
And there's that line again. Volan's got that corner wired. I think he's going through there faster than Pastrana.
Number 715 is Ivan Tedesco. He's coming off his best finish of the year at Millville at 12th, but also coming off his best moto finish earlier today in Moto 1. He took an 8th place, and he's in the front of the freight train right now. But Sellards is giving him some heat. Tedesco opening up some eyes.
Yeah, he's opening up the eyes of Sellards right now. He's not able to really close on him much. It's not like he's holding him up. He's holding his own. And you're talking about Sellards back there, Volan.
Not to mention Nathan Ramsey behind Volan. Volan just passing him.
Yeah, these are heavy hitters, and Tedesco's doing a great job. I mean, it's not like he's riding over his head either. He's obviously very comfortable out here on this racetrack. Hopped into that corner off the breaker bump, clears this double, taps the brake, sets the nose down. He's doing everything right. Just a matter of how long can he do it. That's a lot of pressure.
Sellards, number 18, with only 2 podiums this year. One was a win, though, a sweep at Troy. The other was a 3rd place at Budds Creek. But it's been a tough season for him. He expected more out of himself.
I expected a little bit more out of him as well. But like you said, I think it just really kind of took his momentum away when he lost the Supercross title. So close after leading it the whole way. Came into the outdoor season and things just didn't really fire right away, and that kind of sets the mood. And I thought once he got that win at Troy, we talked about that first moto, that it might just be what he needed, but he struggled since, and starts have been a problem for him.
One more year on his 125 Honda contract. It's always a secure feeling going into a season when you're not doing well. You've got at least one more year to show your stuff, but he almost wishes he could move to a 250 with the size and the weight that he's getting. Talon Volan. He's a never give up guy, though, no matter what place he's in. Talon with 6 podiums this year, but no wins, as we see Sellards making the pass on Tedesco. Upset the youngster a little bit, but they didn't touch.
Watch Tedesco right here, goes a little bit wide. Realizes Sellards means business.
I take it back. The rear wheel of Sellards got a little clip on him.
Good recovery right there by Tedesco, and that's got to interrupt his rhythm a little bit, and there goes Volan. So he's trying all he can and using every trick he has to try to hold these guys off, and as soon as Sellards got around, just kind of opened the floodgates. Here they all come, all the pressure, and that's the thing that you have to deal with a 3-digit number when you're getting into the pros, is getting used to all that pressure and be able to ride up to your ability amongst it.
Tedesco with Plano Honda support, and Brock Sellards with FMF Honda support. Pastrana still our leader and is pulling away from the 2nd place rider, Stefan Roncada. We'll be right back with more 125 action after this. Welcome back to Binghamton, New York. This is the penultimate round of AMA Motocross. Only one more event after this one, and that's in Belmont, Pennsylvania. There's Tedesco, number 715, trying to hold off Nathan Ramsey, as Pastrana leads this 2nd moto after winning the 1st moto. He can cinch it up and come ever so close to Roncada before that showdown at Belmont. Ramsey, a good job getting by cleanly. There you see the order of things. Pastrana, Roncada, Casey Johnson moving ahead of Ernesto Fonseca into 3rd.
Ramsey just knocking on the door until he finally got on the nerves of Tedesco. Just comes in here on the inside, gets into the inside berm. Tedesco still thinks he's got a little something for him, but backs out of this triple. Remember, Ramsey was a Supercross champion not long ago, and he clears that thing and picks up the spot.
Brandon Jessamine went down hard, and he'll be out of this race. Let's check in now with Davey Coombs. Davey?
Brandon Jessamine's not the only rider out here in the second moto. Behind me, you see the Frenchman, Roderick Thane. KTM rider also dropped out. He had a crash early. By the way, it looks like Thane will be riding a Suzuki next year. Going to ride a 125 Suzuki for Roger DeCoster's new B team, which I think is going to be the A.M. Leonard Suzuki 125 team.
RacerX publisher Scoop, Davey Coombs. As we take a look at number 26, Ron Cotta, a lonely ride in second place. Unfortunately for him, as the mechanics board now, Dan Worley, reminding him to focus ahead, look ahead. Let's make up some time on Pastrana. Earlier in the season, Ron Cotta looking so fast, but it's got to be a frustrating time of it, having to come from behind. Let's check in with Davey once again.
Dan, I know you guys are in this battle with Travis. How do you get Stefan to pick up that extra click?
I don't know. He needs to make up time somewhere. I don't know. He just needs to keep pushing and digging deep in the corners and just try making up time wherever he can.
Do you think that your rider is stronger than Pastrana is?
Pastrana's riding really good, but I think Stefan can come through and pick it up a little bit more. He just needs to find the right lines and stay smooth, and he should be able to do it.
Well, do you sense a little doubt there, Art?
I sure do.
It took way too long for him to answer that question, and I'll tell you what, I don't know that I could have answered it any better in his position. It's just that Stefan has lost that little bit of edge. The momentum has shifted into the camp of Pastrana, and right now he's just got to be, I don't know. I mean, he's got to get something from somewhere and be real lucky next week to hold on to this championship.
With Ricky Carmichael, whoa, look out! Casey Johnson went flying. He left the bike in midair, and he's not getting up quickly.
It's like when he landed backwards on his feet and stumbled into the bike.
Fonseca jumping almost hit the flagman. The flagman, though, is out there to protect Casey Johnson. He did a great job at jumping into the action. There's Eric Kehoe trying to slow the riders down. Yellow flag needs to be about 100 yards in front.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough spot to move around right there. Those guys have to hit that double and make the commitment in the air. They don't have much time to react once they hit the ground, but I think all the riders know what they're doing. It just looks scary.
The team manager of Yamaha of Troy was right there, Eric Kehoe, in that area to try to save the situation for Casey Johnson, who was laying on the ground. Here's Talon Vola. And Fonseca right behind him, and that's Sellards behind Fonseca.
Well, Volan is the guy on the move in this pack. Look how hard these guys ride. One little mistake on these 125s, and you just don't get it back. Everyone's so fast now. It just comes down to who can make the fewest mistakes and get the greatest start.
Whoa, look at that leap. Fonseca trying to catch up with Talon Volan.
He's keeping the pressure on, but Volan's not the kind of guy that worries about what's going on behind him. He's just thinking about how much more he can make up before the end of this race.
Pastrana still our leader. Ron Cotta holding on to second, but Volan's in third. We'll be back. Time running out here in our second 125 moto, but you wouldn't know it by watching these guys. Fonseca and Sellards going at it.
Look at Sellards, just doesn't give Fonseca any room on the racetrack at all. Just trying to run him off the track so they don't have to deal with him anymore. Then he can go after Volan. Seems like he's the guy with the most motivation in this pack right now. Watch this move right here. Down the inside. Tries to get it done right there. Realizes he can't. He'd be kind of chicken to go out there and run into him at that point. But right here, he's got the better line. Takes advantage of it.
And Casey Johnson, who was running in third, is still down. They've been very careful not to move him. There goes Ron Cotta flying by, number 26. It doesn't look good. Brian Keeney is right there from the Yamaha of Troy group. Here's Talon Volan, number 711.
Got a little cushion over Sellers. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Sellers is trying so hard. I always used to like the very end of the race. Here's another look at Casey Johnson. I think he may have hit a rut or something right away, or a rock, and just sent the back end completely out from underneath him. And then he landed kind of sitting on the handlebar, sort of. He landed on his feet on the bike, got all twisted up in it. That couldn't have helped.
So it looks like a leg injury for Casey Johnson. We're on the final lap, the white flag lap. Pastrana way out in front. Stefan Roncada in second place. Roncada has a fight for his life if he hopes to win the championship in the final event at Delmont. Pastrana has just made an incredible comeback.
Look at how close these guys are getting to Roncada now. This battle is real. These guys have picked up the pace. This could be a three-way battle down the stretch as Sellers has forced the issue.
Brock Sellers, number 18. The track really getting rutted and rough.
Difficult to see through there in those shadows. And you got to be right in that line. You drift out of it and you get into some of that soft stuff and you lose the power. And other places you hit the hard slick stuff and slide out.
Now Pastrana's really disappointed. He wanted to wheelie that whole hill. Here comes Sellers down the inside. Bolin tries the outside. Whoa, they catch wheels. Bolin goes down. Sellers moves up a spot. Bolin tries to restart and not lose a position. Other than to Sellers, that is. And here's our leader, Travis Pastrana. He's having a great time.
Boy, things are just going his way. This kid's making it happen. I mean, he's doing a heel clicker over a jump that Casey Johnson just ended his day on.
Are the stars right every 10 years for Suzuki? They've won a 125 title in 1980, 1990, and I don't know about this year. It's coming down to the final event, obviously. Pastrana looking for his 5th Moto win in a row, his 3rd overall victory. Travis Pastrana, what's he got up his sleeve here?
He's got the biggest bag of tricks I've ever seen.
The crowd anticipating something. Oh, just land with no hands. Checkered flag and all. Travis Pastrana wins another one. He's closing the gap on Stefan Roncada. Brock Sellers picking off a 3rd. Bolin and Fonseca rounding out the top 5.